Hello, bây giờ là 7 giờ 15 sáng. Mặt trăng đó quý vị. Trời ơi là trời. Bây giờ đang đi ra trạm xe bus. Ngay bây giờ 3 độ C. Mặc hai cái áo, hai cái quần với thêm cái áo khoác. Rồi, đi lẹ đây, gần tới rồi. Ai đón tôi đi. Có ai thấy tôi không? Hai chiếc bằng đó. Xuống đây đi. Mệt quá. Chạy đua với máy bay nè. Chuyến thứ hai. Trời ơi, chuyến đầu delay. Tưởng trễ, chuyến hai cũng delay. Xuống rồi. Trời thì ở đây. Đang đi vô trung tâm thành phố. Chỗ cửa xe đạp. Đang đứng chờ thêm người để đi tàu. Đủ người rồi. Vậy lên thuyền. Ok. Thuyền trưởng nhỏ neo. Đây, ngồi ngay ghế đầu luôn, ngồi ở giữa.
Maybe can the child go back to this side? And then I need an adult there. Just thank you. Yeah, much better.
Okay, so I guess some English is definitely needed. We come from all over the place. English is always a good start. If possible, I prefer to speak maximum 2 languages, but we see how it goes. Il y a des personnes qui parlent français? No. Nederlands? Ja, 1, 2. Wilt u een woordje Nederlands of is Engels oké? Engels is goed als u het begrijpt. Ah, super, merci. Deutsch? No. Okay, so just 1 language. Thank you. So a very welcome aboard on this beautiful Friday morning, almost midday. So we are together on the boat for the next 30 minutes, and from now on just sit back, relax, enjoy the beautiful view, take lovely pictures. It's also not too busy yet in Brugge, so definitely enjoy that. Just for your safety, always keep your hands and your arms inside of the boats. So we just went underneath the Bonifacius Bridge behind us, which is also the smallest. And we also call it the Lover's Bridge, that one, because a lot of people that are going to take pictures on it. Also marriage proposals happen there once in a while. It's also actually a pretty young bridge. It's built in 1911, which is quite young for Brugge. And also be careful here for the next bridge. It's a little low, so don't be surprised. And then behind the bridge, a beautiful view on the old St. John's Hospital on the right side.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So here on the right side is the old St. John's Hospital. The old St. John's Hospital is also one of the best preserved medieval hospitals of Europe. It is founded in the 12th century and it served as a hospital until 1976. And now it's a beautiful museum. There's also an old pharmacy inside of the 17th century. So yeah, nice to visit. You can definitely get an idea of how people got treated, also mistreated. And this is the newest part of the hospital. You can see it on the buildings here on the right side. And now this is a place where they give conferences and exhibitions. There's also a few nice cafes and restaurants there as well. And now in a few moments we're gonna go underneath the lowest bridge. This is the lowest bridge. Please be careful. I hope you all heard me in the back. Okay. So the bridge also gets lower and lower. So keep your belongings close. Be careful. Here we go.
Okay. Still short.
Okay. Good. I didn't lose anyone. And the entrance to the Béguinage is here over the bridge to the right. Definitely walk in when you are here in this area. Walk into the Béguinage, lovely place. It actually feels like a little village in the center of Brugge. And nowadays, Benedictine sisters and single women live here. Lovely garden there too. And also there at the end is the lock house. The lock house also rules the water level in Brugge, so the water level stays pretty stable. And then behind the lock house is the Lake of Love. The water level is also 1 meter higher, more or less, on the other side. And here we always have lots of swans hanging out behind us. This is the places where the swans get fed. That's why they love to hang out here. We have around 60 swans, more or less, living in and also around Brugge. So they are protected by the city, they also get nourished by the city.
Were they brought in or were they native? Were they brought in?
They were brought in. Yeah.
And here on the right side, we're passing the oldest active brewery, Half Moon. Nice place to visit. They brew the popular beer Brugge Zot, the Full of Brugge, and also a strong beer with the name Straffe Hendrik, Strong Hendrik. Handle that one with care. So yeah, they do guided tours here, definitely worth a visit if you have the time. So you can see the process, how they make it, we're smelling it. And of course you can also taste it. And here we have to go underneath the bridge again, the lowest one. Please be careful. Put your heads again. And this is also the oldest church in front of us, St. Saviour's Cathedral. The foundations go back to the 10th century. In those days it started as being a small chapel. And here also another good view on the hospital. This is also the oldest part here on the left. And again here, be careful for the bridge. Don't stand up. And also here, all the houses that we're passing on our right side, these are all private houses of the 17th and the 18th century. Definitely lovely places to live, and of course also expensive places to live. Yeah, this area is also World UNESCO Heritage, so people pay for that too. And now here, in just a moment, you will see the smallest Gothic window of Brugge. In just a moment. There it is above the black windows on the left little window. It used to be a little spy window. There it is. Do you see it? So just over there. When you look up on your left, above the black windows on the left. The smallest Gothic window of Brugge. Apparently it was a little spy window of the palace here of the Lords of Gruthuizen on the left. Also beautiful cargoes. Now a beautiful museum of antiquities. And also here the next bridge, the Gruthuizen Bridge, is built in 3 parts, in 3 centuries. This part is from the 17th century, middle 16th, and last part 15th century with the stalactites. And also here a city map of Brugge on the right side, here on the right, just in front of our quay. It's brand new. And then also just on the other side there is the Groningen Museum with the blue gate just here in front of us on the right. That's also a painting museum. Beautiful collection of paintings from Belgium and the Netherlands from the 15th until the 20th century. And here we're passing the Dever, this lovely lane here with the trees. And the Dever has been a marketplace for centuries. And nowadays there's still here a flea and crafts market on, in the weekends. Another nice home brewery here on the left. Nice terrace as well. Bourgogne de Flandre. And this is here also a beautiful spot. This is here the Rosary Quay. And this also here used to be the salt port in the Middle Ages. This is also one of the most photographed spots of Brugge. Beautiful place. And also here this beautiful building on the right used to be also the tanner's house, where they used to process animal skins into fine leather, and now it's a good restaurant. Here on the right with the tower, and here also a beautiful view on the belfry. I'm just gonna stop a little moment. So when you look at the belfry, you can actually see it's not straight. The belfry leans about 1 meter to the right, to the southeast. If you have the time, definitely go up the tower. You can see some people there now too, underneath the bells. That's also the highest point, but you do have to deal with 366 steps. No elevator, so it's a very good way to get warm. And of course a good workout. A beautiful view of Brugge and its surroundings, especially now. The weather is still pretty clear at the moment. When it's like this, you can also see the North Sea when you're up there, 15 kilometers away, 1-5. And also here, this beautiful building here on the left side used to be the old Palace of Justice with the 4 pigeon towers. Pigeons used to be message bringers, flying fax machines, to say it like that. And nowadays it's a part of the administrational center of Brugge, the building, so yeah, mainly offices are there now. And also here, the next bridge coming up is one of the oldest ones. This is the May Bridge, and this bridge is built in the 14th century. This bridge is actually 700 years old, the May Bridge. Also still heavy trucks drive over it. I must say a few years ago, pieces were actually falling down, but it got restored, so we are safe. And also, next bridge is very beautiful, old picturesque. That's the Horse Bridge. And this one also stands on many postcards, paintings of Brugge, the Horse Bridge. In total, we have around 43 little bridges in the historical inner town. And also here on the right side, we're passing a house here with the red door, and these are God's houses. There's also a symbol of a pelican above the door feeding his babies, which is also a symbol of charity. So maybe you heard or read about the God's houses in Brugge. We will pass some more a little further. We have actually over a 50 in the center, and most of those gods' houses were built by rich families in the 16th, 17th century, and they were built for the poor people and the widows. And nowadays, all these gods' houses are still in use as social houses for the elderly people of Brugge. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is Janet. That's right here. And the light is right here. The hotel.
Also, here those creamy colored houses on our right side here are also a typical example of those gods' houses. This ones also have the family name on it, Cobrisse, and the date. They were built in 1663. Most of the gods' houses in Brugge have this kind of color, creamy color. And quite a few have public gardens where just anyone can walk in, have a look if you like to. And now here we have arrived in a beautiful and also very local part of Brugge. This is here the St. Anne's Quarter, and we also call this here the Lost Corner of Brugge. And if you have the time, I highly recommend you also come here to wander around. Brugge is very small, so it just takes about 5 to 10 minutes max from the market square or the Brugge to come here. So this is an area without any shops, but you just find beautiful old winding streets, tranquility. And here you will also stumble into some really nice local cafes and good quality local restaurants. And there's also here a few museums, pretty interesting. A lace museum and a folkloric museum too, with the name The Black Cat. So there live approximately 20,000 people in the historical center of Brugge, and a lot of them live here in St. Anne's. And also on the other side of the canal, where you can see the church tower of St. Gill, just right ahead of us. That's also a beautiful old quarter, just on the other side here. Ugliest bridge. Very strong, but concrete. And also here the canal on the right has also connection with the North Sea, 15 kilometers away. 1-5. The closest coastal town is Zeebrugge. The canal also goes to Damme, and Damme is a beautiful old village, just 6 kilometers away. There's actually also a boat operating between Brugge and Damme. Very different than this one. You can sit inside, have a hot drink, very nice. And the canal also goes to Sluis in the Netherlands, 15 kilometers. And Damme and Sluis used to be outports. So talking about outports, the North Sea. Here now we have arrived in a part of the medieval harbor, and the building with the tower right ahead of us, that is the Porter's Lodge, and that also used to be a meeting place where business people of Brugge used to make transactions with merchants arriving here from over the whole of Europe. And also at the end there, that's the Jan van Eyck square with the statue. He was a famous painter, Jan van Eyck. In the Groningen Museum you can see some of his work. Also, yeah, this is a lovely area visit for sure. Also there at the edge of the water you see something white standing there at the edge. That white thing. That is a time scope. So you can look through and it shows you a small movie of just a few minutes in virtual of how the old port here used to look like in the Middle Ages. Nice to watch, and it's for free. So you can just press the button, choose your language, and it's every evening in Brugge, a beautiful walk of a few kilometers with several light installations. Definitely, yeah, visit if you're still around in the evening. And this area here is also part of it. And this white building here on the left used to be a British consulate, and nowadays it's a primary school. And also here now, right ahead of us, there's a narrow street just right ahead of us, and there you find the oldest cafe of Brugge, the oldest pub. The name is Café Vlessingen, and it exists since 1515. It's just right ahead of us, where you see the blackboard, just over there. And it's definitely open today, also in the weekend, of course. Café Vlessingen. Lots of local people love to go there too. You also see lots of step gable facades in Brugge. Here also one on the left with a date on 1675, beautifully restored. And here also some more step gables on the left. You see them everywhere in Brugge. Step gables are a style of the 17th, 18th, and mainly in this part of Belgium, in Flanders. But you also see them in other northern European lower countries, like the Netherlands, some parts of Germany, and also the north of France. And also here on the right, some more step gables. And also when you look at certain facades from houses, for example here on the right, number 14 here, has like little sculptures of animal faces above the windows and the door of number 14. And they used to do that to protect the house against evil spirits. People used to be very superstitious. When you walk around Brugge, you will see quite a few houses have some. Sometimes you also see other faces of sculpted of a woman, a man, or even a child above the windows and the door. And that were the faces of the generations that used to live there. Also, the water here in the canals of Brugge is fresh water. It also contains fish, mainly eels and carbs. It also contains a lot of bicycles. The canals of Brugge, and the area here behind us is the deepest part. Here it's between 2 to 3 meters deep, so it's not that deep. In a lot of places that we were before, you can't stand up. And also here the canal on the left has also connection with Ghent. Ghent is also a beautiful medieval city, just 45 kilometers away. A lively student city. If you have time, also go to Ghent. And here also a nice tea house on the right, Victorian style, in someone's garden. And then I'm just gonna go a bit slow right behind the bridge here, right behind the bridge. You can take a beautiful picture of the oldest bridge with the oldest church here and the old Palace of Justice. So this is like a nice view, nice picture. You probably noticed everything is so easily walkable. So maybe if you could not capture now the ideal shot, this area here is just 5 minutes walking distance away, max from the fish market. So maybe you can come back here. And there on the left, we can see that's the fish market there with the columns, 19th century. And you can still buy some fresh North Sea fish here in the mornings from Wednesday until Saturday on the other side. On this side here, there's often also, like today, a little craft market on. And here also a nice rain pipe with a dragon head on the right. It's just a nice detail. I like it.
Oh, thank you.
And here also a nice view on that hotel with the wooden facade. Beautiful perspective. It looks actually a lot older than it is the hotel. It is built in the 1920s, 1930s, so it's about 100 years old. It is based on how the houses also used to look like in Brugge in the Middle Ages here along the canal. Maybe also saw that movie in Brugge.
Yes.
Older movie with Colin Farrell, and yeah, that was also that hotel in that movie. You should watch it if you haven't. You also recognize a lot.
We need to see it again.
Also, yeah, this beautiful building on the right used to be the palace of the first Spanish mayor of Brugge. We were occupied by the Spanish in the 16th century, and nowadays this is a lovely beer cafe. And here also a good view on the Church of Our Lady. The Church of Our Lady is completely made of brick, and it's also the second highest brick tower of Europe. There should be one a little higher in Germany and all. And inside is a little statue of Michelangelo, of Madonna with child in white marble. So we are almost back. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
I hope you understood everything. Also in the back. Yes? Ah, perfect. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your stay. Enjoy the nice weather. It doesn't seem too busy yet in Brugge. Enjoy that. Tomorrow is going to be a different story, I think. Yeah, if you enjoyed the tour, if you enjoyed my personal commentary, feel always free to leave a tip. Thank you. And actually, people sitting now on the right side of the boat, just be careful with the hands and the arms. We're landing on the right side, so just keep them in for safety. Okay, safe travels. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can hold on to the handle, and then you can just take this one.
Alright, thank you. Giờ đi bộ lên có xe gió nha. Dài ghê chứ. Bên kia còn cái nữa kìa. Đây là cầu thang đi xuống. Kêu nhìn mướt nha. Giờ đi tới cái nhà hàng mà nó cổ nhất ở đây, có từ năm 1155. Cái menu nè. Lò sưởi. Bếp nhỏ xíu, bếp ngay cửa đó. Xin chào các bạn. Bây giờ mình đang đi đến địa điểm ăn thứ hai. Nãy giờ có ghé mấy tiệm sô-cô-la mà bán thấy tiệm nào bán cũng mắc hết. Để đó đi. Thèm dữ dằn rồi đi vô ăn.
You ready?
Yep, can I have the pulled pork one?
Full pork?
Yeah.
And drink?
That's good. Just a
No drink.
no drink.
And you pay with card?
With heart. Pulled pork.
I'm just going to go in and give me a wheat chocolate. What I asked which one was wheat? indirelim.